Imagine cutting your travel time across an entire country to just under 2 hours. A journey that once took half a day, now reduced to a high-speed blur. Israel is planning something massive, a $27 billion high-speed rail network that could redefine not just domestic travel, but also reshape regional geopolitics. But with sky-high costs, political debates, and engineering challenges, is this an ambitious dream or a futuristic reality in the making? Let's dive in. Imagine traversing an entire country from its northernmost tip to its southernmost edge in less time than it takes to watch a blockbuster film. This is Israel's bold vision for the future. The nation is embarking on one of the most ambitious infrastructure projects in its history, a high-speed rail network stretching across the country from north to south. With speeds reaching up to 250 kilometers per hour, this cutting-edge rail line promises to reshape Israel's economic, social, and geopolitical landscape by 2040. It aims to slash travel times, drive regional development, and strengthen ties with neighboring nations, particularly Saudi Arabia. But with soaring costs, environmental concerns, and political debates ahead, can this ambitious vision become reality? Let's dive into Israel's $27 billion high-speed rail megaproject. Railways have long played a crucial role in Israel's national development, and the idea of connecting the northern city of Kiryat Shmona to the southern port of Eilat isn't new. Proposals for such a line date back to the 1950s, yet financial and logistical obstacles repeatedly halted progress. Then in July 2023, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced the Transformative Infrastructure Project, a bold initiative to establish a nationwide high-speed rail network. This marks the most serious push for such a project to date, fueled by technological advancements and growing political momentum. While similar plans were approved in 2010, they failed to gain traction. However, the success of recent railway developments, such as the Tel Aviv-Jerusalem high-speed rail, provides a strong foundation for this ambitious undertaking. Spanning approximately 400 kilometers, the planned rail line will bridge Israel's northern and southern regions, cutting travel times between Kiryat Shmona and Eilat to under 2 hours. The project includes a 300-kilometer expansion of existing railway infrastructure, introducing high-speed trains capable of reaching up to 250 kilometers per hour, far exceeding current transportation options. During the project's announcement, Prime Minister Netanyahu emphasized its transformative impact, stating that every citizen will be able to travel to and from the center of the country from anywhere in under 2 hours. Estimated to cost 100 billion shekels, or roughly $27 billion, the project is being positioned as a game-changer for domestic connectivity. According to Israel Railway's strategic plan, the network is expected to serve around 300 million passengers annually by 2040. Moreover, its reach may extend beyond Israel's borders, potentially linking the country with Saudi Arabia and other nations in the Arabian Peninsula as part of a broader regional integration effort. The motivations behind this massive infrastructure initiative are multifaceted, spanning economic, social, and geopolitical considerations. By bridging the geographic divide between Israel's north and south, the project will reduce travel times and make remote areas more accessible, enabling seamless movement for business, leisure, and daily commutes. Beyond convenience, the high-speed rail is expected to be a catalyst for economic growth by streamlining the movement of goods and people. Enhanced connectivity between underserved regions could unlock new economic opportunities, attract investments, and boost tourism, especially in Eilat, a premier resort destination. Israel's central regions, particularly Tel Aviv, are already experiencing significant congestion, straining housing and public services. By improving access to peripheral areas, the rail network could encourage population dispersion, alleviate urban pressure, and promote balanced regional development. From a strategic standpoint, advanced transportation infrastructure strengthens national security. The high-speed rail will enable the rapid deployment of troops and equipment during emergencies, bolstering Israel's defense capabilities. Additionally, the enhanced logistics network will reinforce supply chain resilience. Perhaps one of the project's most intriguing aspects is its potential to connect Israel with neighboring countries, paving the way for deeper regional cooperation. By extending its reach to Saudi Arabia and other Gulf nations, Israel's high-speed rail project has the potential to foster economic cooperation and support ongoing normalization efforts with the Arab world. However, despite its promising prospects, the project faces significant criticism. The staggering $27 billion price tag has sparked debates over its economic viability. Within Israel's finance ministry, skeptics question whether passenger demand will justify such a massive investment, particularly in sparsely populated areas. Experts estimate that the Beersheba Eilat section, the longest and most technically demanding, will cost between $10.8 billion and $13.5 billion. Yet, even at peak hours, it is expected to serve no more than 400 passengers per hour. Similarly, the northern segment from Carmel to Kiryat Shmona is projected to cost $4.3 billion, but peak ridership estimates stand at just 500 passengers per hour. In contrast, doubling rail service between Haifa and Tel Aviv at a cost of $4 billion would serve approximately 36,000 passengers per hour. Expanding the Jerusalem rail line further into the capital and adding 2 new stations would cost less than $1.3 billion, while accommodating up to 19,000 passengers per hour. Some analysts argue that once the high-speed rail is operational, more people will relocate away from central Israel, increasing ridership over time. Still, many remain unconvinced, viewing the project as an inefficient use of public funds. They contend that investing in alternative regional development strategies could achieve similar goals at a lower cost. Beyond financial concerns, the project faces major implementation challenges. One of the biggest uncertainties is funding. Where will the money come from? If the government proceeds, the project will require significant long-term subsidies. Another challenge lies in the geography itself. Eilat is isolated from Israel's main urban centers by the vast Negev and Arava deserts. The current southernmost railway station, located in Dimona, sits 208 kilometers from Eilat. Constructing a rail line across this vast and rugged terrain presents a daunting logistical and financial challenge. Building a high-speed network across diverse landscapes requires extensive tunneling, bridge construction, and large-scale land acquisition, all of which are time-intensive and costly. However, Israel can draw lessons from countries that have successfully implemented high-speed rail networks, such as Japan, France, and China. Environmental concerns also loom large. The proposed route cuts through sensitive ecological areas, particularly in the Negev Desert. Environmental groups warn of potential harm to biodiversity and natural habitats, calling for stringent environmental assessments before construction begins. Political and public resistance pose additional hurdles. Large-scale infrastructure projects often face opposition, particularly when they involve high costs and potential disruption. Securing consensus among stakeholders and maintaining public support will be crucial for the project's success. Beyond Israel's borders, the rail network's potential to connect with Saudi Arabia and other Gulf states could reshape regional dynamics. The project aligns with broader diplomatic initiatives, such as the Abraham Accords, which seek to normalize relations between Israel and its neighbors. Improved transportation links could boost trade, tourism, and cross-cultural exchange, contributing to long-term regional stability. Domestically, the high-speed rail has the potential to bridge economic gaps between Israel's central and peripheral regions. By making remote areas more accessible, it could promote social equity and improve the quality of life for residents in underserved communities. Moreover, the project represents an opportunity for Israel to showcase its technological expertise. By integrating cutting-edge rail technologies, Israel could establish itself as a global leader in sustainable and innovative transportation solutions. The future of Israel's $27 billion high-speed rail project is both promising and challenging, standing at the intersection of ambition and uncertainty. If successful, it could revolutionize transportation, connect distant regions, and even reshape Middle Eastern diplomacy. But with massive financial, environmental, and political challenges, will this vision become a game changer or an expensive gamble? What do you think? Is this project worth the investment? Let us know in the comments section below.